My decision to attend UW-Stevens Point was an easy one. UW-SP was close to home, and it offered a great educational experience, and it also had great sports teams, which I was interested in joining. It also didn't hurt that purple was my favorite color. Once I got to UW-Stevens Point, I became a business major. I majored in finance and economics, and I had always been interested in the business world, largely through being familiar with my family's business growing up. My dad and my uncle owned and operated M&J Sports in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Jeff was really very focused and hardworking all the time.
He's just a blast to be with. As a friend and a colleague, he's just a lot of fun. As a professional, Jeff is kind of the kind of professor that we aspire to promote at HBS.
I met Jeff as a student athlete. He was a member of our football team, a tall, rangy, strong outside linebacker from Wausau Newman High School. Jeff didn't do anything that he did half-heartedly or halfway. He carried himself with pride. He did everything as well as he possibly could. And he was very loyal, both to his teammates and his coaches. We were very aware of his accomplishments as a student, and he set a great example for the rest of our student athletes in typically having a very, very high grade point average and demonstrating that you can work hard both in the classroom and on the field.
Through sports, including I remember at Stevens Point my freshman year in basketball, some of my biggest high school rivals from around Wisconsin, who I really disliked at the time, or thought I did, I became teammates with them at Stevens Point, and they quickly turned into my best friends. And this helped to trigger my interest in the psychological side of what was going on with groups and working together and playing sports with people who you thought you didn't like, but it turns out you were very similar to.
My primary area of research was negotiation, and I remember Jeff coming to me and saying, look, if I just do another negotiation research project for my dissertation, they will just see me as, as yet another Maggie student. He said, so I want to do something a little different. I want to work on groups and teams, and I have some ideas. And my response was, I don't know much about groups and teams, Jeff. And he said, well, I think that's what we should work on. And he actually led me kicking and screaming to the area of groups and teams. And it's an area now where I have done a lot of research over the last 20 years. And I credit Jeff with that transition.
Looking back at Stevens Point, I have lots of great memories, many of which include my roommates. We lived in a house that was near the square, actually, kind of between the square and campus, and that wasn't coincidence. Those were the two places we liked to spend most of our time. Moving to today, I think it's a fascinating time for me and for others to be studying and observing all of the things that are going on in the organizational world from a very micro level at how people interact with one another, especially people who are different from different cultures or different countries, using different technologies to communicate and collaborate, looking at all the pitfalls of that, but also all the potential benefits that can come from that.
It's just a pleasure to see him evolve into not only a faculty member who's gotten a lot of acclaim over the years in terms of his contributions to Harvard and to the Academy, but his willingness to really spend the time and effort to mentor young scholars.
I'm honored to receive this the Distinguished Alumnus Award. It was quite a surprise to me to receive it, but I'm really thankful for all the people at Stevens Point that influenced me along the way, and now for those of you who considered me for this award, I'm really grateful for it.
I am very proud of Jeffrey. I see my doctoral students as people who are part of my family, and I'm just as proud as I can be about this award and about Jeff and what he's accomplished.
Thanks for sharing a part of your life with us. It was a pleasure and a joy to be a part of Jeff's life, and those who knew him then, I don't think in any way, shape, or form would be surprised by, the level of accomplishments that he's had, and continued good luck.
I'd also like to thank my wife, Kathleen, and my stepdaughter, Taryn, who I've had many amazing experiences with through the years and continue to do so today. And to thank my family for all of their support along the way.